Sergeant Flynn is a leader of men. Sergeant Flynn always shouts attention. Here comes Mr. Geyser. He's older and he's wiser, reading Bible verses every day. Jesus wept, Jesus wept, Jesus wept. Here comes Mr. Geyser. He's older and he's wiser. Read the Bible with him today. Jesus wept, Jesus wept, Jesus wept. Hello, everybody. It's really quiet again today. But I tell you what, you stay real quiet and we'll see if we can get the puppets to come back.
Who's making all that noise out there?
Hello, Mr. Geyser. It's good to see you again. I'm sorry that we woke you up. Yeah, you know, it is Sunday morning. It's time for the see the children. You're going to help them memorize this verse again, right?
No.
What? You're not?
No, sir.
Why not?
Because I'm sleepy.
Well, Mr. Geyser, we really need your help today. The children have got to memorize this verse.
Why?
Because it's important to their life and their development. They've got to know the Word of God to develop. So you're going to help us, right?
I'm going to go back to sleep.
What was that?
I don't know.
Oh, who are you?
I'm Sergeant Flynn!
Oh, Sergeant Flynn. What do you got to tell us?
Now you should pay attention to what he's saying!
Well, did you hear that, Mr. Geyser? You got to pay attention to what I'm saying. So, Mr. Geyser, why is it that you're so tired on Sunday mornings?
No idea.
What do you do Mondays?
I wake up and eat breakfast.
Okay, what do you eat for breakfast?
Meatloaf with maple syrup on top.
Meatloaf for breakfast?
Yes, with maple syrup.
With maple syrup. Oh, okay. What do you do after you eat your meatloaf?
Oh, I go back to sleep.
Okay, and when do you wake up?
Lunchtime.
Okay, lunchtime you wake up. And what do you have for lunch?
I eat meatloaf with chocolate syrup.
Chocolate syrup on meatloaf?
Yes.
Okay, you eat meatloaf for breakfast and meatloaf for lunch.
Right.
Okay, what do you do for supper?
Oh, I go over to my mom's house.
Your mom's?
Yes. Ain't you got one?
Oh, yeah, I have a mom. Yes, sir, I do. Okay, so you go to your mom's and you eat?
Meatloaf pancakes with gravy.
Meatloaf pancake with... Okay, and what do you do after that?
Oh, I go to sleep on her couch.
Okay.
And she tucks me in it.
Oh, that's so sweet. Okay, so what do you do after you sleep over at your mother's house?
Oh, I go back to my house for breakfast.
And so Tuesday you do pretty much the same as you did on Monday?
Yes, sir.
And Wednesday?
Same.
And so the whole week you do pretty much the same thing?
Except on Fridays.
But what do you do on Fridays?
Oh, my friends and neighbors bring me meatloaf.
Oh, so I know you're awful busy with all that, but Mr. Geyser, do you think you could squeeze in just a little bit of time to help the children with the memory verses?
Well, I don't know.
Mr. Geyser, it's really important for the children to memorize the Bible, and you could really squeeze in the time, couldn't you?
Well, maybe.
But Mr. Geyser, let me be blunt with you. You're being a sluggard.
I am not. I don't play baseball.
Not a slugger, a sluggard.
I don't box either.
Well, it's not slugging, it's being a sluggard. It's kind of like the animal sluggard. The slug.
What's a slug?
It's kind of like a snail, but doesn't have a shell.
It doesn't?
No, they move real slow and they're real slimy, and the Bible calls that being a sluggard. So you're acting like a sluggard, and we don't want people to call you that, do we? We don't want to call you lazy or a sluggard or something like that. As a matter of fact, that's what the Bible verse we're going to look at today is talking about.
Oh.
See here? It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 6 and verse 6. Go to the ant, thou sluggard, consider her ways and be wise, which having no guide, overseer, or ruler, provideth her meat in the summer and gathereth her food in the harvest. So we want you to we're going to memorize verse 6, and I read 7 and 8. We're going to memorize verse 6. Go to the ant, thou sluggard. Consider her ways and be wise. See, the people that translated the Bible, they knew that the ant was a girl. Consider her ways. Okay, Mr. Sergeant Flynn, can you help us with this memory verse?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go.
Go
To the ant. Go to the ant. The ant. Okay.
The ant.
Okay. Go to
Go
the ant.
the ant.
Go to the ant.
Go to the ant.
What about the uncle?
What about the uncle? Sergeant Flynn,
Yes,
it's not that kind of an ant. It's not a relative ant.
it isn't.
No, it's an insect ant.
Oh.
So we're going to the ant, not to the uncle, to the ant. All right. So
Ah,
go to the ant.
go to the ant.
Thou sluggard.
Thou sluggard.
Consider her ways
Consider her ways.
and be wise.
And be wise.
Go to the ant.
Go
Go
to
to the
the
ant.
Thou sluggard.
Thou sluggard.
Consider her ways
Consider her ways.
and be wise.
And be wise.
Go to the ant, thou sluggard.
Go to the ant, thou sluggard.
Consider her ways and be wise.
Consider her ways and be wise.
Now, this is the hard part. We're going to say the whole verse at one time.
The whole verse?
The whole verse.
Are
Go-
you sure?
Yes, I'm very sure. Go to the ant, thou sluggard. Consider her ways and be wise.
Go to the ant, thou sluggard. Consider her ways and be wise.
Very good. Hey, Mr. Geyser, I think this makes me think of a song.
Oh, I love singing. What's
Oh.
the song?
Go to the ant, thou sluggard. All right, you
Uh-huh.
ready?
Yes.
Go to the ant,
ant,
thou
thou
sluggard.
sluggard.
Consider her ways and be wise. Go to the ant, thou sluggard. Lest hard work you start to despise. The ant has no overseer, yet in summer she gathereth meat. So in the cold of winter she will have something to eat. And go to the ant, thou sluggard. Consider her ways and be wise. Go to the ant, thou sluggard. Lest hard work you start to despise. Now, Mr. Geyser, I want you to do me a favor next week.
Oh?
Next week, I want you to memorize a Bible verse.
Okay.
Anyone you want. Just
All right.
memorize a Bible verse and tell the children that Bible verse next week. All right?
right.
Sergeant Flynn, do you got anything else to tell the children?
Bye-bye.